The music industry is dead, right? Let's just call it what it is. It's done. It's over. The artists nowadays, the music, the songs that are being pushed out are very generic, very below par of what the standard was. Songs nowadays are very algorithmic. It's all based on, likes and views and stuff like that, data driven. So we have a data driven industry now, which is killing music, which is killing the industry because talent is taking a back seat. Good songwriting is taking a back seat. The record labels are pretty much non-existent. They're just pushing this whole, agenda forward as far as like the quality of what we're experiencing as consumers, as lovers of music like myself. The labels now, I find, don't have a clue as to how to nurture artists, bring them to the forefront. Back in the days, you had labels were developing artists, finding artists, developing them, nurturing them, working with them to create bodies of work, which was amazing, fantastic. A&R's departments are non-existent now. I don't even know what they do, because the quality of what we're seeing now, what we're pushing is really poor. And I'm saying it, I'm telling it as it is, And so it's really sad for the new generation now who who are not experiencing, the wonders, the incredible songs that, I was blessed enough to experience, back in the day. Obviously, if you have, musical parents, hopefully that those parents are able to pass on the great songs that they enjoyed to their kids. But from what we're seeing now, it's sad. It's a sad case because even the quality of songs now is in severe decline. Like I see recently, even the way people are writing songs, they are very 2 minutes long. I saw a song that was probably less than 2 minutes long because intros are going. We don't have the intros anymore. We don't have bridges anymore. We just have songs that are designed to grab the attention, to get the likes, to get the hits. So it's a data-driven process of writing songs, and which is a disrespect to the art, which is disrespect to songwriting, which is disrespect to you as a consumer of good music, of good songs. And so we're missing out on that. And it's a damn shame, and the way that the industry is going, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. The great bands that we used to have nearly 20 years ago, Oasis, the Coldplays, bands like this, we don't see these sort of bands anymore. Even when you look at the charts, I didn't even look at the charts anymore. Back in the days, we used to have Top of the Pops. I don't even know, if you guys remember who are watching this, but Top of the Pops was a moment. It's very nostalgic for me because Top of the Pops was a TV show, best songs, the top 40 songs in the country. At this time, everyone, the whole of the UK, we all knew what the number one song was. We had a wide genre of music from dance, hip hop, soul, pop, cheese, techno, indie. Everything was in that top 40. It was amazing. And so I got to enjoy that when they used to count down the top 40, and I used to listen to so many incredible songs. Everyone was vying for that number one spot, to be the number one song in the country. And that was a big thing. It was a beautiful thing because it was like a consensus. It was like everyone kind of agreed that this song was the best song. And it did. It was correct because it had the most sales. People went out and bought these singles, these records, these albums. And, I remember we used to gather around the TV, the whole family, and we used to watch Top of the Pops, and we couldn't wait for the top 10 to find out what song was number one. And most of the time it was amazing. It was fantastic because that was the number one song. You'd go out on the street, you go on the high street, and you'd hear these songs, and you'd hear it being played out the shops, and that was the number one song. Now, I don't even know what the number one song is. That whole feeling, that whole euphoria of the excitement of just knowing what a number one song was is gone now. I don't think I've even know what's in the charts anymore. I remember there was a song, I can't remember what year it was, but it was, how was that song called again? Everything I do, I do it for you. Let me find out what that song was. That was it, Bryan Adams. There was a Bryan Adams songs. Everything I do it for you. Big tune, like it was a ballad. We had ballads, back in the good days. We had ballads. We had songs, real songs with hooks and choruses. So Bryan Adams had the song "Everything I do it for you," and this song was at number one for 16 weeks. That's nearly, what's that? That's like nearly 4 months. Number one. And it was an incredible song, fantastic, great. I mean, I was sick of it. I was sick of it. But the point is that we had songs like that kind of brought people together. And that's what Top of the Pops did, kind of brought people together. This is what music does. This is the energy that music does. And it's dying now. It was dying down, and like I feel really bad for. Let me lower this down. I feel really bad for the new generation, the next generation who are not able to experience the amazingness, the beauty of having a variety of genres, a variety of music at their disposal. Everything now is generic. Everything now is the same. Even the way that the people sing is the same. The way that people rap is the same. Even the way we experience music has changed. You go to a concert now, everyone's on their phone, filming stuff that they're not going to watch again. They're not experiencing the moment. They're not taking in the performance in the moment, which is a shame. You go to a gig now, all you see is just mobile phone lights, just like this, people watching a live show through the phone. It's madness. It's like the phone is now the brain. It's like our memories are now being put into a phone because we never experienced it with our eyes. You didn't see the concert. You saw your screen. You might as well be at home. Like you paid your good money to go and watch a show and you're watching it through the phone. Artists now, rather than them focusing on just writing the material, writing the songs, taking time to create their craft, to work on their craft, to put out incredible songs for us, artists now are becoming promoters, are now becoming marketing guys, are now becoming Instagram agents, Twitter agents, TikTok agents, for having to tweet or post that 3 times a day or whatever it is. This is not what artists do. This is not what creatives do. Our job is to write the songs and produce and perform the songs. Our head is not expected to now start having to do silly dances or silly things like this just to get people to hear the songs. And this is where we are right now because the bar for entry into the music industry is so low. It's so low. Anyone can get into the music industry now. And it's been diluted with mediocrity. And who's going to lose out? Everyone loses out. We all lose out. It's whether we need gatekeepers in there or we need people in this industry that know what they're doing, that understand what it takes and what is needed to bring back what we once had and what we've lost. Okay? The industry now needs some intervention. It needs what is the word I'm looking for? It needs a cardiac, what do they call those cardiac things? It needs a chest, one of those, right? My head is gone today. But this is what we need now, right? The industry needs that because it's falling down. It's going and going. And we are the only one that's going to lose out. I remember going to HMV, right? Or record stores and buying a CD or even vinyl and taking it home and then being able to look at the front cover of the album, look at the artwork, open it up, look at the lyrics on there, play the music and just experience the music, experience the sounds, just enjoy the whole album from start to finish. And I was involved, I was immersed in that experience. This is gone now. And obviously, if saying this to somebody who hasn't experienced this might be going over their head, but you are missing out on such an incredible experience, organic experience, that it's very hard to explain to you if you've never experienced it before. It's like saying to someone, describe me the color black, if they've never seen black before, without using the word black, or you can't comprehend these things. All right. So it's very important that something has to happen. It's very important that something has to happen to try and revive or bring about this industry to where it needs to be. Okay, we had great artists, we had great bands, we had great songs with intros, songs with bridges, songs that fade out. We had singers that sounded like individuals, not carbon copies of the next person and the next person. We had producers who had their own individual sounds. And you can listen to a song and say, okay, that's this producer, or that's this artist. Nowadays, everything is the same. And this is unacceptable. It's really unacceptable. The bar is so low now that any Tom, Dick, and Harry thinks they can come into this game and just spend the money on the algorithms to get the music out there. This is crazy. This is madness. And it has to stop. There has to be an intervention of some kind. We can't allow an industry, music, I should say, that I love, that I'm passionate about, be dwindled down to data, dwindled down to algorithms, dwindled down to likes and views. And I know there's incredible artists out there. There's incredible artists out there. There's incredible songwriters out there that are not getting a look in. Because how are you going to compete in all of this noise? It's difficult. With the living crisis now, the cost of living crisis now, it's so much harder for an artist to be able to just even focus on producing quality music and then having the ability to put it out there for people to see it. The noise is too much. And I'm disgusted with record labels. Disgusted, I'm ashamed. The Spotify streams is a scam. There's no money to be made in this industry as we speak today. It's beyond sad. I'm asking the question to you guys, what is it that we can do to try and revive a music industry? A way of writing music, a way of writing song, a way of delivering quality music and delivering quality talent, exceptional talent, which I know is out there to be seen. Should there be a quality control? What should there be? How do we fix this? What is it that we need to do to bring about this goal? I'm asking you, I'm pleading, because I'm very passionate about this. So I figured I wanted to do this video just to share my thoughts on, what I feel the industry is now and where it's heading. and trying to find a way to bring it back to life. And there's another thing. There's nothing before we go. There's nothing that people always talk about when I always mention music and how, I'm not really feeling anything that's coming out now. They say, oh, well, Leo, it's not for you. You're dinosaur. This is for the kids. And I don't buy that at all. Great music is timeless. I wasn't born in the 50s and 40s, but there's some incredible songs that I absolutely love from those times, right? There's kids right now that are enjoying artists like Michael Jackson, Marvin Gaye. There's classics out there. Great music is timeless, right? And the music now that's being produced, there's no way I'm going to be hearing it in 10 years time. No way. This is throwaway garbage. And I stand by that. Great music lasts a lifetime. We're talking about vibrations here. We're talking about music that when you hear it, it just feels good. Your whole spirit, your mood changes. This is what music is supposed to do. This is what music is about. I feel like this is the only industry where mediocrity is allowed to shine. When you look at sports, it's very defining. It's either you can dunk, it's either you can score a goal, you can, pass the ball, or you can't. You're not going to get into the team. Right? There's quality control. It's like, are you good enough to get into the team? If you're good enough, you'll get in. If you're rubbish, you don't get into the first team. You're probably not even on the bench. But it seems like the music industry is the only industry where we are actually actively pushing nonsense, pushing crap. And if you don't know the distinction between crap now, what happens? We get numb to it. Because we're so used to rubbish that we just accept it as the norm. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you feel that the industry is just evolving, if you think that this is a natural process of what music is heading towards, or if you think there is a drastic decline in quality and what we're supposed to do about it, or if you think I'm overreacting, or if you think I'm not with the times. Let me know what you think about what I'm saying, seeing what you can do to revive this industry. If you have any ideas of where this industry is going, if you think it's going down the right path, or if you think like me, it's going downhill. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. The Lion Roar. Peace.